What's going on, guys? Keegan here from Punisher's Paintball. I'm here with Media Guy Doug.
What's up?
Today we're doing kind of a another one of those out of the blue kind of weirder
Gun
videos.
comparisons, baby.
Yeah, today we're doing a comparison video between the Field 1 Force and the new Shocker amp. So,
if you guys like this video and if you found this comparison interesting, definitely let us know in the comments. Drop a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let us know what you thought of both of these guns. If you have either one of them, love to hear some more opinions. I will put a link to both of them in the description so you can pick up whichever gun you fancy, whichever one's going to be your marker of choice for the rest of the season, and we'll catch you after the intro.
alright guys, getting right into this video, let's go ahead and kind of start with the packaging of these. For the Force, you get this real nice box here, or at least it looks nice. These boxes, unfortunately, damage really easy. Like sometimes we'll even have them come from the factory where the box is kind of torn up and stuff.
A little blemished and
yeah, the box doesn't hold up great. Getting right into opening it up, it's got a magnetic lid here, which is kind of cool.
That's
but
cool.
It rips, so there's no point in really keeping this box. I mean, you can already see here. This is like I picked one of our like better in shape ones that we got, and it still has a little bit of tearing and stuff, but it's just the box. You get a real nice patch here, Field 1 patch.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. They throw a lot of extras into this marker, which is really nice. I'm gonna just go ahead and take it out here and just get the case. So what's the packaging on the amp look like?
The amp just comes as this. It's in a bunch of shrink wrap, which I stupidly started to open because I didn't realize we were doing like the full packaging. So
yeah,
don't worry, this had all of its integrity before I started pulling it open. But so it comes in shrink wrap, and then you just get the case as is right here, which is definitely smaller than that of the Force. But I will get opening this real quick while Keegan wants to talk about getting into the Force. But yeah, both of them come with the same kind of hard yet soft external case. Nothing too special to start with.
Yeah, so the Field 1 Force, I've got to say this is probably my favorite case that a gun comes in. This case is extremely well made. It is a bit on the heavy side, but it comes in this really nice material case with a place to like kind of put your
player ID
and stuff like that. Yeah. Says Field 1 Force on the side. Even has hooks so that you can hook onto it, which is nice. Got a little handle there as well, like on the Shocker. It has these really heavy duty zippers. They're big.
Why is this thing just such a tank?
It is. But opening it up, got two sides to it. When you first open it up, you have this side. This has all your barrel and everything that comes with it. We'll get into that later. Compartment there, barrel compartment, barrels. Set all this to the side just for now. And then you have this actually Velcro piece here that you can throw extra barrels or anything in there. And then you have the case for the gun, just like that. So
what is this here? Just an extra. This is, you can even throw like another barrel or something in here too.
So that a lot of times is used for the barrel tip.
Gotcha.
But this is a very nice case.
That case
overall.
is something, man. That's
you can really use it for any gun too, because they don't do it like the Shocker does it, where it's form fitted. They actually have these bands here, kind of seatbelt material.
Oh wow.
That just Velcro to the case and hold the gun in place, which is really nice.
So then on the Shocker amp over here, he's trying to take my limelight. So you get your little playing manual here, not playing manual, but your manual for the marker. Gives you kind of a startup. Manual. Yeah, I do. I need to learn how to play paintball. I'm not very good. Teaches you how to adjust your velocity and various other things, kind of how to service your bolt. So a little bit more surface level just to get you on the field and playing. It's more of a startup manual, but still good to have. Barrel cover, of course. Then your extras and all that are going to be in here. So you have your spare parts kit right here. Here's your lube. I can feel the wrenches are in here, and they do come wrapped in plastic as well. Keep them protected. Your barrel goes right here. So there's your back with your single insert that it comes with, and your barrel front, which is the Freak. Then the gun itself. And they leave you space here. Probably for whatever, like if you have like a separate trigger,
batteries,
that's where it fits, or a battery, things like that. Extremely simplistic, and as Keegan said on the amp, it is really just fitted to the amp itself, but for that purpose, it serves its purpose, and I think I don't have any issue with it at all.
Yeah, so getting into kind of what the Field 1 comes with, you have in this pouch here, a real generous amount of lube. That is a crazy amount compared to like what the Shockers come with and stuff. You have actually this really nice like tackle box for all your parts, which comes in half. Field 1 sticker, it kind of shows you a guide for like what each O-ring is and everything like that, so you can figure it out. And then you have your Allen keys. I will say the shocker takes the Allen keys.
Yeah, the shocker Allen keys definitely take the win on that.
Yeah, but you have this real nice case for all of your spares and everything like that, which is really nice. It actually comes like this, I believe, whenever you get like a player kit and stuff like that, and buy it aftermarket, it comes in one of these. So I love that they do this. It's really nice.
Oh yeah.
I feel something else in here too. So let's see.
Oh look, a quick start manual.
Yeah, quick start guides, everything like that. Laminated, those get destroyed really easy. These probably won't quite as easily, which is nice. And let me just go ahead and throw all this back.
So just to compare and kind of show you guys the size of the lube. I honestly, so yours is wide and pretty flat. I don't know, like the thickness of mine. I guess they're about the same thickness.
This is thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably get about double the amount of lube.
Definitely more lube in there. This is pretty well compact.
Yeah.
Wrenches definitely take the cake though, and the spare parts kit. It's just not as elaborate. It's a little more dainty, but it's still that tackle box kind of feel. That's
an actual tackle box.
That is beefcake.
Yeah. So you got your barrel cover. Field 1 actually has a really cool barrel cover. It just looks nice.
Yeah, it's a nice design. This is the classic shocker like eye logo. Yeah. Still think it's cool. You can't go wrong with it. It's a barrel cover.
Yeah.
Doesn't make that much of a difference.
Another sticker. You actually get a player card for one of the Dynasty guys. So this one is Blake Yarber. I believe it's random which one you get thrown in there.
It'd be cool if it was like whoever actually packaged your gun, because they all work for Field 1, don't they? Or at least they're supposed to.
I'm not too sure on that one. But it kind of gives you, like on the back here, his birthday. He was born in '87, March 9th. That's my ex's birthday. He's 6 foot, like weight, all of that stuff. So it's pretty sweet. Right here we got kind of like the guys that own the company. Yosh, of course, Alex, and you got Ryan on there.
Gotcha.
So you got the model, serial number, so this is 704. What it was chronoing at when they sent it to you, signature, kind of confirming like, hey, yes, this is correct, and then the date that it was
that it was shipped out.
That it
was right after your birthday, Keith.
Yeah, that was the day after my birthday.
No,
wait, 2 days after my birthday.
You're the 13th. He didn't even know his own birthday.
Yeah. Another thing that I like, strap.
That's cool. Wow.
Remember when I was talking about those little hooks there? It actually comes with a shoulder strap for it. So
that's wild.
Super nice. I believe that is everything in it.
That's wild.
So I guess let's go ahead and start with the barrel.
Sure thing.
Since we've got it all packaged out here.
Yeah.
So what barrel comes with yours? I'm sure everyone knows. But
yes, with your Shocker amp purchase, you get the Freak barrel with, I believe it's the All-American front. Yeah, yes. This is the All-American. You got the spiral porting. This barrel's been out forever. This is the Freak XL. I will specify as well. So you get the 8-inch control bore. Put this bad boy together. There you go. So this is your Freak XL with the All-American front. Does not come with any other sizes or like the full kit, but it is available for purchase, of course. Yeah. So there's your barrel for your Shocker amp. Comes with the, I think this is the 8.5 or no 8.7. Comes with the 8.7 insert.
So Field 1 Force comes with a bit of a different barrel. Comes with the AccuLock barrel system with 2 backs. You have a 9.1 as well as a 6.8.3 insert. Nice. These inserts are kind of unique because of the fact that when you're putting the barrel together, you have to have the back, put the front in first, and it slides in, and you have notches that, if this wants to get over the O-ring, there we go. It's kind of tight because there's no lube on it, but then you actually have to rotate it and pull it back, and it locks into place. And then on top of that, your barrel front then goes on. You screw it together, and it locks that in place. You cannot take that insert out, and it is completely locked in place. It's not going to be rattling around or anything like that. Not that it's a huge thing. Some people are really concerned about like the Freak inserts like rattling around and throwing their aim off. I've heard that from people.
Yeah, I don't really think that's much of a thing. That's I think their main claim to fame with, here, hold that out for actually just a sec, is that the actual insert is the thing screwing directly into your gun, all that. And if you notice here, they actually taper the top of it so that it fits super well into the barrel tip, just again to try to eliminate any amount of like grooves or spaces or anything like that. So, and I can appreciate that. That's a good thought to try to make something happen with. Who knows how much different it makes.
They also They offer, like the Freak, they offer a barrel kit with the barrel back. They also offer I want to say it's like the light version of the barrel, because this barrel has some decent weight to it. So they offer a light version of it. So kind of some options there if you're looking for other things. But pretty simple. Well, I guess not really simple barrel.
No, not at all.
Taking the guns
It is
out.
cool. It is an interesting design, but not simple.
Let us know what barrels you want us to compare the AccuLock to. I know that that's one that we've never done, is the AccuLock barrel system. So let us know what you want to compare to it.
We'll do some barrel comparisons for you.
Yeah.
So, we put them on the guns or leave them
I was
off?
just going to leave it off, make it easier to fling it around.
That works. Alright, so amp and the force. So, just looking at them, the space between the foregrip and the trigger guard here is wider on the amp. However, something cool about the force is that the distance is adjustable.
Yeah, so they have two different positions that you can use for the foregrip on the force. You can actually unscrew it. There's a few screws in here. There's a plate. You flip the plate, kind of like the XTS, and changing the angle of it. You flip it, and then you can actually move it so it's flush here and just super close. It's different. I'm not sure. I've actually never seen one like that, but it's just a different touch, something extra that they added, and I find it kind of cool.
And who were we just learning about? Yosh, was it Yosh? I think we thought it was.
Someone said that
one of the Dynasty guys is like the only person who actually has it set to be closer on his force.
Yeah, whether or not that's true, I'm not sure.
I can't speak on, but
I've never really noticed it.
It's an interesting thought,
yeah,
to say the least.
I guess let's move up to the feed neck.
Okay.
Feed neck's pretty similar.
Both
they both have the clamping feed neck.
Both have a thumb wheel as well.
This one, they're almost identical with a different design to them. So.
I think the milling and design on the amp one is a little more attractive. But
yeah, this one's just very, very simple.
Very straight, very bare bones, bare minimum.
There's not much that you can say about that.
No,
so
not really at all.
Moving on to, I guess, let's get right into the bolt system. The shocker amp, of course, is the quarter turn and pull out. On the force, you're looking at a pull up like Planet Guns, and then pull that bolt system out.
So this is the amp core versus the nucleus bolt.
Yeah. So in terms of cleaning and usability, the amp core definitely takes the cake. I will say, because you do actually need to, from Bob Long himself, says that you need to use vice grips
to get into the super inside of the core of that, which is
that's scary. I don't think that I would be able to bring myself to do it, but right there is really all you can do to take apart the bolt system. You can throw some lube on there and stuff like that, and just do this, which is probably what I would do.
Yeah, just to get
rather than taking an Allen key there, vice gripping here, and then it comes apart. It actually comes apart right there where it dips there. It screws in, which is taking vice grips to a paintball gun.
That's a bad day.
Not something I think I can bring myself to do.
That is a bad day. You don't want that day.
Yeah.
So now, there's the bolts. Ease of maintenance is going to absolutely go to the amp. You just unscrew 3 different things. No tools required to get into it.
Yeah. No, I will say this bolt looks sweet.
It looks cool. It really does. It looks like a science experiment.
Yeah. They kept it. It almost is kind of outdated the way that they put this bolt together. They've been using this bolt like they used on the VCOM and stuff like that. Or not the exact bolt, but this whole system here and how it screws together with the vice grips and stuff. It just kind of seems outdated, unfortunately. On a new gun, I feel like they should have changed that, and they didn't. They could have made it where you didn't have to use vice grips on your expensive paintball marker.
Yeah, we'll get to price point in a little bit. But.
Yeah, so...
And then, of course, the bolt the whole bolt system for the amp core is very similar to the X as well. It's new to the Shocker platform. It is arguably very similar to the Gamma core, but we're not getting into that in this video. But not unheard of, but new to Shocker, and I think it's the new wave of how bolts are going. The divorced spool kind of system. But I think it works well. These things feel really smooth when they shoot. Obviously, they're very efficient. But let's throw these bad boys back into the guns. I think I actually missed a point that I wanted to hit on these guys with ergonomics, and that is that There is no like grippiness on the foregrip for the Force. It's just
No.
this hard plastic or metal kind of feeling.
That's aluminum, Chief.
Is that okay? So
Yeah.
that's
Plastic.
that hard metal kind of feeling. Whereas here you have an actual foregrip to hold on to,
Yeah.
and you can use the grips from your XLS on here if you want a thicker feel. It's the grip system, at least for me, is a little better on the amp.
Yeah. So I guess let's go down to kind of the grip frame.
Yeah.
The trigger frame. Once again, kind of outdated for Field 1. It is almost identical to, actually it is identical to like the VCOM and stuff versus the Shocker. Actually, they changed the grip frame a lot to make some of the stuff that they wanted to do with it happen. The grip frame on the Force, to me, feels amazing.
It does feel very good in the hands.
Of Field 1 or Bob Long guns.
My issue more so is the foregrip. But yeah, dude, the actual grip frame on that thing is nice to hold on to.
Doug's so caught up on the foregrip. I like the
I
way
am,
it
dude.
feels.
I hate it. It's so wide and flat. It's weird. Nobody's hand looks like that.
Yeah, but the trigger frame, very almost identical to some of the older Bob Long guns. Same with the board in the trigger frame.
Okay.
It is the same board, outdated. It doesn't really have any cool features or anything like the Shocker amp or any of those other guns, unfortunately. But it still feels good. It feels exactly like any of like the VCOM, or like, to me, feels like the G6R, because I had a G6R. I love the feel of that gun. Got the Deuce trigger on it, of course, which is pretty popular for their guns.
Oh yeah.
ASA, you still have that. I can't even remember I can't remember what the actual terminology is, like the can drive system for the on-off, which is just this turn, which I have actually before dove into a bunker and had that turn off.
It's just that's weird.
Yeah, it's just kind of a little bit outdated.
Just use a lever.
Yeah, but the gun feels very solid in the hands. I think that I guess right now, before we go further, price point between the two,
$900 retail,
$1,550 retail.
And here's the thing: the features that exist on both of these really make me question why the Force costs $1,550. Outdated bolt, outdated electronics, outdated ASA kind of system. Way heavier than the amp. Also, no toolless eye cover removal, just like on the amp, which is a mid-range gun.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
No toolless battery removal installation, just like this mid-range gun. I don't know why.
Yeah, still need an Allen key here. So, really, they feature a lot of the same things, but the Force is going to be a lot more expensive. Personally, I've actually thought about picking one up just because one of the main features that I've heard from people is the fact that the Force does not break paint. Now that's a pretty bold statement, but everyone that I've talked to has said that they've never broken a single ball out of their Force, and that it is like the most gentle gun on paint.
Which is so funny because when I shoot them, it's so poppy. Mind you, I do actually like shooting them. As much as it sounds like I'm railing on it, I don't mind using the Force. I think it shoots cool. I think it's a cool feeling gun, but that's surprising to me that it's that apparently light on paint with how poppy it feels. Yeah,
I really do like them. I'd actually think about using one. Now, that'd be hard because CS2 has my heart. But I truly would think about using one. They feel like a very solid gun. When you pick this gun up, you don't think like this is made cheap. You pick it up and you're like, wow, this is really high quality and made extremely well.
Those cast in stone, the thing's heavy.
Yeah, now our scale is broken so we can't get exact weights. I know that the Force is 2.6 pounds, and the amp you're probably looking at around
I think it was like 1.9.
Yeah, like the 1.8, 1.9 range. Sadly, our scale is broken.
I really wish it weren't, but guys, I'm sorry it's broken.
Yeah.
But trust me when I say the Force is, I mean, you saw Keegan at the beginning of the video when he tried to pull it out of the box, picked it up, and it fell out of his hand when he's trying to pull the case out of the box. It's so heavy.
Yeah.
It is a heavy gun.
It's a heavy gun. It is, but it feels just so solid in the hands. Feels very good. Bob Long, they were the first. It was the first gun that I had to have a deuce trigger, my G6R, and ever since I've used a deuce trigger because they just do it right with this trigger. It feels amazing. Overall, like the spacing for me is a big thing for guns here. Is I don't like hold my guns like this, and I don't hold my guns like this with the thumb over. I wrap my hand into the marker and hold it like that with like pretty much almost the palm of my hand behind the grip. So it feels very solid to me, and it just overall feels like quality. Sadly, some of the features on it are outdated, but I personally would actually shoot one of these. I think I would change the barrel personally, just because I like my.
You got your parabolic, right?
My parabolic, but quality.
And that's exactly where I'd like to chime in. I would never say that it is not a well-made gun. It's a quality gun, it is, but I don't think it is worth the price point. I think for what you're paying, and for the ease of how easy it is to take apart the rest of the amp and to service a lot of the things on the amp, for the fact that it costs $650 less, I kind of think there's no arguing. Now, if it is something where Bob Long Guns, if it's kind of a nostalgic thing for you, absolutely understand that. And if it's something where you do prefer a closer feel and you would like to adjust this in, absolutely. And that's why we have diversity in the market, right? There's something for everybody. Just for me, this is so much lighter. It's just got more updated features. It feels like a softer shot. I would go amp all the way, especially considering the price for the same kind of mid-range level features on both guns. But that's my final take. I think Keegan would at least consider the Force. Keegan has gotten away from being a shocker person. He used his XLS like twice last season, and ever since then he put it down. So
yeah, Chris has been using it since then. It sucks to suck, Chris. I'm selling it.
But guys, if you like this video, definitely let us know in the comments. Please feel free to start an argument over which gun is better. Let us know if you thought we did a good or bad job with this. Again, sorry the scale was broken. Would have loved for that to have been up and running, but today was not that day. I will have a link for either gun in the description. Guys, we'll see you in the next one.